Yes.
Unfortunate that we don't have like the top Ohio representation that we were expecting.
Yeah.
But we are still going to have some good sets. Right now we have NOODLE versus IceKnight. These are two names that you're probably familiar with if you're familiar with the Midwest. NOODLE, the Wii Fit trainer, and IceKnight, of course, premier Greninja. I can't even say in the U.S. anymore because Anarchy is technically no longer Canada. And he is higher ranked than IceKnight. In any case, he's a great Greninja.
Still really good.
Yeah.
Definitely not someone to sleep on. So
Thank God his headphones are on.
Yes. I think that this matchup seems a little odd too. Just Greninja with his low dash speed, or his low like dash and his speed with his dash make it really hard to hit him in general. So I think trying to catch him with those projectiles could be a little harder. And then I think Wii Fit relies a lot on falling aerials, but we're seeing that from Greninja too. But I think just trying to hit those falling aerials on such like a low crouch on Greninja could be a little bit tougher than you're used to in other matchups. But right now it looks like IceKnight's just doing a really good job of keeping this ledge locked down, catching the jump there with the back air to send back off stage once again. But Wii Fit's pretty comfortable with the ledge too, so I don't think that it's nearly as perilous as it would be for other characters. You're just able to reset over and over again, but now seeing a reversal there, and this could be scary for IceKnight if he's not able to get back to the stage.
Yeah, I think you're dead on with your analysis there. IceKnight not as comfortable on the ledge with Greninja, trying to get to center, wants to hold center stage and play around the stage positioning. Unfortunately, when you're against a character that is so comfortable at ledge, all you can do is fish for something like a straight aerial. In this case, it actually worked out for him.
Yeah, I really like that they're just calling out the aggression off of the ledge, catching NOODLE, jumping back, and then getting the kill off of it now. Trying to air dodge around these projectiles that we're seeing from NOODLE as well. So NOODLE's very strong offstage with that kind of planking playstyle that you see, but also the ledge trapping from Wii Fit with all of these projectiles and the strong moves there with the deep breathing. Yeah, just not going to be able to live that one. So tied up in stocks once again, and this deep breathing needs to go away if IceKnight wants to be able to keep up, because so much damage with that, already 51% off of one interaction.
Yeah, that's so tragic because the deep breathing had just expired right after the stock was taken, so NOODLE was able to reset it and have it for so much longer. It's just a very annoying thing to play around, especially on a stage like PS2, so long and so wide that if you have the speed that NOODLE has with the deep breathing alive, you just get to run away and reset neutral momentum at any given time. IceKnight can't play advantage state as well as he wants.
Yeah, and when you see Greninja disengage and throwing those water shuriken, it can be helpful in those situations, but NOODLE is always going to be winning that projectile battle too, so that type of playstyle is never going to work in Greninja's favor either. So IceKnight just has to keep going in, but really good stuff there, catching that up smash on the platform, and now IceKnight in the lead here, but deep breathing is back, so have to be careful about that. 17% off of one hit from that is insane, and so much knockback too.
Oh my goodness, yeah, IceKnight finally up a stock here, gonna try to hold on to it, and IceKnight is very comfortable playing a much slower game plan around Shuriken. The thing is, NOODLE, unlike a lot of other, Wii Fits, way comfortable playing aggressive, moving up when necessary and playing from behind, even though you are this kind of like trapper zoner style.
Yeah, I like that there. Just the neutral get up into shield from IceKnight to try to avoid that neutral B from NOODLE, but now really struggling to get a lot of percent here at the ledge. Has to be careful to not overextend, because 142 you will 100% die to an aerial from Wii Fit at the ledge. But IceKnight just doing a really good job of dancing around and continuing this advantage state. But now deep breathing's back too, so just one hit could definitely cost IceKnight a stock. That back throw not going to take it, but still just really struggling to get back to ledge.
Finally gets back to ledge, trying to make a turnaround happen. That was a very clean little reversal, not even going as far as the platform to make that happen. But now they're just playing a bunch off stage, and unfortunately, NOODLE's got a couple of spikes in the tank as Wii Fit, one of them coming out to take IceKnight stock and even that part up.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to die to a spike, I feel like 150 plus is like a good percent for that. It is such a strong down air that being able to hold on to the stock for that long is really not that big of a problem, but still tying up percent. So much knockback on that too, 84%. But now IceKnight able to get this reversal, has to cover the landing here, but I love that landing aerial from NOODLE, just catching IceKnight off guard.
Really doing a lot of work with that, right? Trying to catch with the I want to say that's forward air, or no, back air, excuse me. Yeah, I'm just fishing like a dolphin, waving themselves in the air, because either the head or the feet will catch, and IceKnight is having trouble finding footing on the stage.
Ooh, yeah, I like that they're just continuing to hold shield rather than trying to contest with an anti-air there from NOODLE. But now that falling nair from IceKnight just keeps catching NOODLE, but not really getting anything off of it, not finding a confirmed nice parry there from NOODLE, just disengaging a little bit, going back towards the ledge, but it seems like the nair is beating out the medicine ball from NOODLE as well. Now getting back to stage is going to be a problem. You're not going to have a ton of mobility, but I do love the use of the aggression off of the medicine ball once again. And now getting off of the ledge against Wii Fit, gets the forward throw.
Way.
Wow.
That's tragedy. All of that off of the backs of a header. One of the soccer balls hitting the side of the stage, bouncing back to catch IceKnight off the stage. IceKnight has to use up B to get back to the stage, and there's a lot of landing lag on that. Noodle was able to capitalize that on that, get IceKnight off stage on the right side again, and close out. All of that because a projectile bounced off the side of the stage.
Yeah,
something that maybe wouldn't have even happened on like Battlefield, you know?
Playing indoor soccer, hitting it off the back of the stage.
This is a stadium after all, and we are running it back. I think it's fine, right? IceKnight benefits in the similar ways that Noodle does in terms of being able to reset neutral momentum as necessary. So both of them just kind of want to play this, like, how do we fish for an opening and then hold that opening as long as possible? And if we're in danger, how do we just fully reset it all?
That recovery alone, like, Noodle's not really in a perilous situation, but just being able to navigate around the pressure that IceKnight is throwing at the ledge is so crazy, because when Wii Fit is going up with the up B, you're kind of a sitting duck, but just being able to use this mobility, using these projectiles to cover yourself too. Noodle's off stage play is so strong.
Yeah, I love the delays in the recovery, right? Playing at ledge or playing past the edge, in either case, a lot of stalling options coming out here. And finally finds their way back, just as simple as that, mixing up the timing of when they're going to come off of the ledge and when they're going to reset ledge pressure. And Noodle suddenly loses the stock, actually. That's what I was going to say.
That is so strong there from IceKnight. Such a great lead opening up and just really good coverage of that platform. We saw that in game 1 too, that up smash just barely touching the platform, and doing a lot of like the drag downs that we're trying to see with a lot of the landing aerials from IceKnight is really beneficial when you're at that kill percent, because you can lead into that kill. And we kind of saw that Noodle's hard to hit off stage, so you really have to capitalize off of those moments when you do have Noodle on stage.
You have to be able to aggress, play with your whole heart, and you can tell that IceKnight is a player that plays with his whole heart. I mean, just look at the face cam. Just constantly making facial expressions
he
for
looks
every different action.
Sometimes he's like, come here.
I wonder if you really paid enough attention, if you got enough data. Okay, that's enough smash. Got enough data on IceKnight, if you'd be able to tell what moves he's using in the game based off of what facial expression he's using.
That's actually really funny, because I think that's true for a lot of players. Like, you make very specific faces when you're hitting specific kill confirms.
Yeah, the flinches when you're hitting Fox up smash is light, like things like that. Anyways, Noodles trades back a stock, but down a full stock, despite all of our opines about nothing. There has been a lot of action on the board, and IceKnight's found a lot more comfort in this game.
Yeah, and getting a lot more combos and confirms too. I think that the projectiles were kind of mixing them up in game 1, but now it feels like IceKnight's got a much better hold of what he should be hitting these confirms when he does get that dash attack, when he gets the landing there. Not a great trade there for IceKnight, but still just has this ledge locked down. Getting another combo landing there into back air to send Noodle back off stage once again. I love that reverse on the water shuriken, trying to set up for another edge guard. Catches the jump too. I mean, IceKnight is ruthless here, trying to kill Noodle at this ledge.
It's forward air to reset the edge pressure, really trying to find the hydro pump to push Noodle away even just once, but Noodle's recoveries have been so vertical, so clean that you're not getting caught by the hydro pump at all. So IceKnight has instead decided to go for some on-stage pressure, trying to close it out this way. Meanwhile, Noodle's got a big uphill battle.
Okay, I do like that attempt there from Noodle. I like the mix-ups that we're seeing from IceKnight too. Tries to go for the ledge trap, or ledge trumpet. Noodle just ready for it this time. I feel like you're at kill percent there if you're IceKnight, but it's not going to matter. Finds the fair there to find that stock anyway, so IceKnight tying it up 1-1. But when IceKnight is hitting the dash attack at high percents, we're seeing him use a mix-up of like going up with an aerial, whether it be fair or up air, and trying to catch Noodle in the air, or just waiting for the landing and then calling out with the up smash too. So I like the way that he's mixing that up. It's making it really hard for Noodle to get back down to the ground and then kind of reset that situation.
Yeah, a lot of vertical pressure, right, on the ledge or even on stage. I feel like, you know, Wii Fit Trainer, especially without deep breathing, does not have a lot of aerial speed, right? Aerial acceleration maybe, but not a lot of aerial speed, which means that on a character like Greninja, where you can go up and down as fast as you want, and you have slightly better aerial speed, you do have so much pressure to cause those frame traps, like you were saying, threatening the forward air in the air or catching the landing by mixing that up.
And IceKnight's so scary at the ledge too, when he's just standing there waiting for you to neutral get up so he can go for that dash attack and get a confirm off of that. So we're seeing a lot of high recoveries from Noodle, but then IceKnight just jumps up with the back air too. It's so hard to get off of the ledge, and IceKnight's just playing really hot in that game too, and it looks like he's starting out game 3 the same way.
Yeah, and we've even swapped to Hollow Bastion per Noodle's request here, giving yourself a lot more off-stage pressure, like positioning in terms of how variable you can be with it, how vague you can be with your recovery, because there's so much pressure away from the stage. So IceKnight says, let's instead bring it back to the stage and I'll get you an up smash.
Yeah, so strong, such a strong lead here for IceKnight. 27% only, and now Noodle still just really struggling to get off of that ledge, but a reversal here with the deep breathing could be what he needs, but yeah, just IceKnight really locked in, landing with that back air to send Noodle off stage once again. But I do like these tricks that we're seeing with the soccer ball. Maybe that it came in clutch in game 1, so maybe it can come in clutch here, but yeah, just really struggling to get a handle here.
Okay, down tilt into forward air, not going to kill at this percentage, especially with slightly wider walls on Hollow Bastion, but it doesn't matter how wide those walls are. When you catch the feet off stage, you are gone, and IceKnight is up a fairly clean 2 stocks.
And I feel like in game 1 and a little bit of game 2, we were seeing that IceKnight was just choosing to stay on stage, throwing those water shuriken, not wanting to contest against Noodle off stage, but now he's getting so aggressive. He's going out with those back airs and those spares and catching Noodle on the recovery, recognizing that you're a sitting duck with that up B. And yeah, Noodle just not safe off stage like you would typically be against most characters, just having all that mobility on Greninja, so strong. That was such a quick game too. IceKnight just really capitalized off of those moments, and it felt like Noodle was never on stage. It was just constantly just pushing him off stage and finding him in the blast zone.
It makes me kind of wonder why we chose Hollow Bastion, right? Yeah. I guess the theory is that you have projectiles, you can camp under the center platform, and there's so much aerial space off stage that you can be a little bit more unpredictable with your recoveries. But unfortunately, what actually happened is that you just never can find your way back to stage, and when you do, it's so much more claustrophobic that IceKnight has no issues pressuring on the ground or in the air, because Greninja has great ground speed, but not so great aerial speed. So I did fully expect us to go back to a longer stage to allow Noodle more space to recover and to back up and reset game plans.
Great. Yeah, tries to call out the landing aerial there with the second up smash, but Noodle just disengaging instead. And now you're trapped at the ledge here. I do like these retreating aerials that we're seeing from IceKnight too, seeing a lot of back air where he's moving back towards center stage, trying to catch Noodle dash underneath him. And just really good pressure here from IceKnight, but now we're seeing a reversal where he's trapped at the ledge, but having that high double jump to just jump, or high jump height in general, just jumping over Noodle to get back into center and get away from the ledge. Because as soon as you have that deep breathing, 85% is 100% kill percent. And
that's another thing that PS2 brings you, is that the affordability to back up and use your deep breathing. Whenever you get an advantage state, you can back up and use your deep breathing. You're not worried about IceKnight doing a reversal so quickly. And I think that's something we didn't see at all in Hollow Bastion.
I do like that there. I think that IceKnight was looking for the mix-up of the roll because we've seen so many techs in place, but Noodle just choosing to tech in place again, but it's not going to matter. IceKnight's still able to find that first stock. Now has deep breathing off the respawn platform, but just not really choosing to use those landing aerials. I like the way that he's just jumping around it and waiting for that deep breathing to run out.
You can see so much priority is being placed on who holds down center stage. There's a lot of rolls to center, there's a lot of jumping back to center. It's so much more important than finding a hard read at ledge that you see IceKnight and Noodle both resetting, even in advantage state, just so they can get back to center. And the one time Noodle chooses to roll out instead of in towards center, IceKnight is ready for it, causes a reversal, and now Noodle's an advantage. There's so much happening off stage, but IceKnight can't quite find the recovery, and Noodle takes IceKnight's first stock in this 4th game.
Yes. Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, you have me confused. I was like, is it the 4th game?
No, I have myself confused. Oh, okay. Down tilt up smash, not quite connecting, didn't dash forward quite enough to catch that.
Okay, but yeah, there that is, just waiting a little bit, seeing that Noodle goes for the double jump and tries to catch with the up air, not able to find it, but deep. Again, this aggression off stage. Oh,
good trade. Expecting the tech against the stage and buffered an air dodge. Unfortunately, Noodle can't make that one back, and IceKnight a clean stock up.
Okay, again, just disengaging, waiting for the deep breathing to go away, catching Noodle, pressuring, uses the fair instead. Now 30%, stringing those 2 nairs together, but not gonna get anything else off of it, but just continuing this advantage, using that back air. That back air has been paying the bills this set. Just being able to wall out at the ledge has been so helpful for IceKnight.
Trying to pressure back to the edge there, but unfortunately a missed nair was a reversal. Getting back to stage, IceKnight still holding down a stage pressure here. Air dodge towards stage. Going to put you in a really precarious position. IceKnight's just going to continue the ledge trap game, and you see that again. Backing all the way back up to center, and then re-aggressing when it's on your terms.
Now calling out this landing could be very important for IceKnight. I do like that parry attempt from Noodle, but not going to parry the second hit. Not going to get a crazy follow-up off of it either, though. But those air dodge, the spot dodges are so scary at the ledge because just one delay from IceKnight and you're getting hit with that fair and you're 100% dead. So have to be really careful with that. I think just holding shield could be safer, but we're going to see a down throw. Going to pop you back up in the air.
You can see IceKnight isn't fishing for like dash attacks or down tilts anymore because we're at this point where it's not going to combo into anything. So we're just looking for an advantage state and then a hard read in terms of an aerial or an up smash on the landing or something like that. We are out of percentage for you to be able to get like a down tilt into an up smash on the platform.
And I've seen horror stories with situations like this. You need to be able to find this stock because with the deep breathing and that rage, Wii Fit can do some crazy things. So I think just one nice time fair here. Yeah, there you go.
You called it right out.
I
Called it from downtown. Just a nice fair. That Aaron aerial and IceKnight does close that out. 3-1. I'm glad you guys can see us, even if only a little bit. But that was a fun set to watch. You don't usually get to see Wii Fit Greninja, I think, in most other parts of the nation.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of Wii Fit